We're here at the Port Isabel Chamber of Commerce in the Lighthouse Keepers Visitor Center to talk to Betty Wells about the upcoming shrimp cook-off and all the planning that's gone into that. So, you want to introduce yourself, Betty?
Hi, I'm Betty Wells, and I'm the president of the Port Isabel Chamber of Commerce.
And so, what exciting event do we have coming up in November?
We have our annual shrimp cook-off with a twist. This is the 27th year for the event, and COVID-19 has forced all of us to think outside the box. We definitely want to support our restaurants. We wanted to continue the tradition of the event, but we knew we simply could not congregate thousands of people in one location.
So, what was the solution?
Curbside.
How does that work?
Well, participating restaurants enter, and then consumers can go to their restaurant and for $5 buy a sample of their shrimp dish and probably another seafood dish. And they can dine in if those opportunities exist. They can take it to go, or they can have it curbside delivery. We think this will keep people safe and also support our restaurants during what have been very difficult times.
Oh, right. So, what are the dates for this event?
The dates are November 3rd through 7th. So you have actually 5 days to visit these restaurants. It's not like you have to eat all samples in one sitting. We want you to space it out. We want you to enjoy your time in Port Isabel.
So that was an interesting way to take advantage of the circumstances and increase this from the one-day event it usually is.
Well, it made sense. I've always told my chamber board that I like to have a plan B. So I started conferring with others, such as yourself and board members and other people who've been involved in the event for past years that have very good perspectives on it. And everyone was excited that we were going to do something without simply just canceling the event. Restaurants this way do not have to cook on site, off site from their restaurants. They're at the restaurants. And we're doing literally what every chamber would love to do, and that's driving traffic in their front door.
Right. So the other tradition that went along with the shrimp cook-off, of course, was the performance by the agency. How's that going to work this year?
We're really pleased that the agency is coming into this. What they're going to do is a virtual performance. It'll be about an hour or slightly longer, and we will announce the dates. It will air later, but they'll be playing a lot of the old favorites that people who have enjoyed at the shrimp cook-off for years and years and years. I think they've been with the shrimp cook-off over 24 years.
Oh,
there was
wow.
one year they weren't there, but they missed us, and we missed
Wow. So that's almost every shrimp cook-off.
them. Just about.
So it's an interesting way to take all the traditions of the shrimp cook-off, and also, since it's not as expensive for a restaurant to participate, that's helpful to them as well.
It definitely is, and what we've done this year is slash the price, the entry fee, to half. It's now $100 for them to get in, and they're getting much more in terms of benefits with this new concept. For instance, the Facebook Live productions of each participating restaurant, that's available to them at no cost. It gives them 5 to 7 minutes of time to talk, not necessarily about the shrimp cook-off, but about their business, what the people like, what's their favorite dishes, what their hours are. And people will actually see the business as well. So I think that's going to be a very useful tool for them. And it will be posted on several Facebook pages, and it's something that they could share and also put on their own Facebook and use it. It's not going to have an expiration date.
So speaking of hours, how does this work for the diner who wants to go to a restaurant? What hours are they going to be open for this?
Well, we have tried to make this as flexible as possible for the restaurants. So they're going to determine the times that they're offering this product. Most of them have said they want to do it the entire hours that they're open. So we'll be printing information that shows what their operating hours are, and people can always give them a call just to verify.
So this is also going to be a little different in that it's a People's Choice event as well. So how does that work?
Well, we will be printing a ballot card that consumers can pick up here at the Chamber office starting on October 20th. They'll be able to download it off Facebook and get it in a variety of ways. It'll also be available at the participating restaurants' locations. So with it, all that information is available. When they've eaten as much shrimp as they could possibly eat, there's a ballot on the back that gives them the opportunity to write in the name of their favorite restaurant. It's not even a particular dish per se. It's the favorite place that they've been during this 5-day period.
So it's also a bit of a checklist there, so they can keep track of all the stops they've made over those 5 days.
Absolutely. We've got those boxes for them to check off. When they're completed, they can drop them off in the mailbox at the Port Isabel Chamber office as long as they're received by 6 o'clock Saturday night. And they can also scan them and email them in, take a picture with their camera and text it to us. So we want them to register. We will announce the winners on Sunday with a time to be determined, but there's also going to be a drawing for a gift basket that's going to have some exciting things in it.
So if they drop that ballot off, they're automatically entered in that gift basket drawing.
Absolutely, but we need their information on it.
And how am I going to recognize which restaurants are participating?
Well, each of the participating restaurants will be provided with signs like these that say, this restaurant is participating in the Shrimp Cook-Off and Seafood Festival. That's an indicator. If you don't see that sign, ask them. And even if maybe they're not registered in the event, they still will come up with a comparable plan themselves. And we encourage that too. As I said, normally our special events are fundraisers for the chamber. We don't see that this way. We hope to break even. That would be a really good thing. But it's really more about doing our job as a Chamber of Commerce and encouraging people to visit our restaurants and experience the outstanding seafood that we have to offer in the area.
So that's the 3rd through the 7th for the eating part. And what happens on the 8th, on Sunday?
On the 8th, the winners will be announced from the People's Choice voting. And there will be 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place winners. They'll be given custom awards, and it is original artwork by Brownsville artist Don Breeden. Those will be framed and matted, and it's bragging rights for another year.
Well, that sounds like a plan in the midst of COVID-19. That's best case scenario all around. We don't want to deprive anybody of the opportunity to eat wild-caught Gulf shrimp prepared by these restaurants, and we don't want to deprive these restaurants of the traffic. So it's as safe as we can possibly make it.
And that was our objective overall. We can't put on an event that we don't feel is safe for the people who participate. And we encourage all restaurants to come on in or call the Chamber office at 943-2262 and ask for more information about it. It's also posted on Facebook and various locations, ours as well as others, and be a part of it. This is a unique opportunity to generate a little extra revenue and to gain exposure. One of the other things that we'll be doing is putting together a Google map that will have logos of the participating restaurants and their physical locations on the map. So we're also promoting it through advertising on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and we want to get the word out. We want this to be a success for the restaurants and for the people who are going to visit them and spend their $5 on a sample.
It's also a bit of a little morale booster in the middle of everything everybody's going through to try to get back to some normalcy.
It is. We know people want to, as you said, and the weather is just so beautiful right now. They want to be outside, they want to dine out, but they want to be safe. And some people simply don't feel comfortable going into a restaurant anymore. Others do because they know the restaurants are taking every precaution they can to keep their businesses safe for customers. So we think it's a responsible way to approach this and hope that it's going to be a lot of fun.
We appreciate you meeting with us today. And once again, what are the dates for the 27th Annual Shrimp Cook-Off?
November 3rd through 7th, with the winners announced on Sunday, November 8th.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.